Okay, I think it's time. So, welcome everyone. Thank you for joining us for today's webinar for the Global Network Project towards study and work in Japan. And the audience for today's webinar belong to the region of Southwest Asia. And we are joined in this webinar from international students from the above mentioned regions, mainly India, Sri Lanka, Bhutan, Nepal, Bangladesh, and Pakistan. My name is Dheeraj Joshi, and I am master student in the Department of Civil Engineering at the University of Tokyo. This is the session 9 out of the 12 webinar sessions hosted by the University of Tokyo India office. Today, we are presenting Study and Work in Japan, presented by Mr. Yasuyuki Miyochi, Director of the University of Tokyo India office, Mr. Benjamin Surbrook, Admission Advisor, and Mr. Kobayashi of Tokyo International University, Mr. Professor Muhammad Azharuddin of Okayama University, Professor Honma of Kitami Institute of Technology. I will be joined in this facilitation by Ms. Rubina, who is also a student at the University of Tokyo. Our webinar is scheduled for 2 hours, and just a little housekeeping before we get started. I request all the attendees, if you have any question during the presentation, then please type them into the question box in your Zoom control panel, and the expert panelists will be answering them during the presentation. So I must just give you a little brief about the Tokyo International University, which is located in the heart of Tokyo and offers dedicated English-based undergraduate and graduate business and commerce programs. Okayama University is the national university in Japan, located in the beautiful landscape of Okayama Prefecture, offering wide array of undergraduate and graduate programs, including medicine and engineering. It is a very sunny place in the land of rising sun, Japan. Kitami Institute of Technology is the northernmost national university in Japan, located in Hokkaido region, which is full of beautiful scenery and rich nature. And the university aims to develop technology in harmony with nature. And I must tell you all that universities in Japan are almost uniform in education standards to provide quality education through opportunities for research publications to the students, and they are buzzing with enormous energy, having so many club activities like skiing, manga club, karate club, and many others to bring out the best in the personality of individual. I again request that during the presentation, if attendees have any query, then please send them in the Q&A box of the Zoom and not in the chat box for comprehensive reply from the experts in the panelists. Now, without further delay, I will turn to Mr. Miyochi to start the proceedings as a motivator and guide to the students for a study and work in Japan. Mr. Miyochi, please.
Thank you, Mr. Dheeraj. Dear student parents in 7 countries, India, Pakistan, Bangladesh, Nepal, Bhutan, Sri Lanka, and Maldives. My name is Yasuyuki Miyauchi, the director of the University of Tokyo India office. Today we present you Study and Work in Japan. This program is sponsored by MEXT, Ministry of Education, Culture, Sports, Science, and Technology in Japan. The mission: the introduction of Japanese university to you and assist you to study and work in Japan. Yeah, this program started from last October till next week. We are now planning to introduce nearly 30 major universities in Japan, private, public, and national universities, both graduate and undergraduate schools. All universities we introduce this session, they have some English media program. It means that you can get degree on your own English. Japanese school open the door to you, speaking student like you. So I'd like to recommend you, please consider Japan as your future option. Today, we introduce you 3 major universities. Both universities presentation is 20 minutes. May not be enough. In such case, please contact directly to the university. They are ready to help you. Me too. I believe this program will help you. to take chance in Japan. Anyhow, please enjoy today's session. Thank you. Over to Dheeraj, please.
Yes, thank you, Myoji Sensei, for breaking the ice and welcoming the diverse background of students about the way towards study and work life in Japan. I will now invite for a very special and informative talk by Ms. Rubina, who is a PhD student at the University of Tokyo. And I assure parents and students that her talks will be very fruitful for the young students to make their life comfortable and lead them towards making a wise decision, which is a very crucial point in their academic life. Before that, I will request the panelists to please turn off their videos and audios, and so that Ms. Rubina can share her presentation. I request specifically Professor Mohammad Azruddin, you can turn off your video, please. Thank you. Ms. Rubina, you can start.
Thank you, Mr. Dheeraj. Hi, everyone. I hope everyone is doing well. My name is Rubina. I'm from India. I was born and brought up in Guwahati, Assam, northeastern region of India. After I completed my bachelor's, I moved to Hyderabad to pursue my master's in biomedical engineering at IIT Hyderabad. Last year, I moved to Japan to pursue PhD in bioengineering at the University of Tokyo. Without further ado, I will start my presentation. Let me share the slides. I welcome you all for today's webinar, session number 9, Study and Work in Japan. Why Japan? As we know, Japan has the population of 126 million in 47 prefectures, and it is the third largest economy in the world and is a member of G7 countries. The economy of the Japan is driven by automobile manufacturing, electronic industries, and robotics and alike. When it comes to the safety of the nation, it is ranked in the top 10 list of in the world according to the Global Peace Index statistics. Safety is the major concern when it comes for the parents when their children move to another country because the main concern is their safety. Other than that, we have very well good health policy which provides 70% of the medical bill to the students. And the annual fee for the health insurance is only 12,000 yen per year. You can enjoy comfortable living here and as well as food with various cuisines with not only from Japan but also throughout the world such as Italian food, Thai food and many alike. Public transportation here is excellent, which is always on time and is well connected. Japanese universities are opening to the foreign students who are providing English speaking courses, but also to the bachelor's courses. For example, 90 English courses are offered by 51 universities, and 160 courses in masters are offered by 51 universities and for doctoral courses you can directly convey your concern to your supervisor. Japanese universities can be categorized in three different types: national, which are founded by Japanese government; public, which are led by local public entities; and private universities, which are founded by the founders. Japanese universities have world class infrastructure and facilities, such as libraries, which has 24/7 connection to e-journals and magazines for the students to read and access. It also provides research labs which not only help the students to breathe their knowledge in their own research but also in interdisciplinary subjects as well, and get the opportunity to work in collaboration with industries as well. Other than that, they provide well balanced sports facilities and different clubs to join for the students to enjoy their personal life. And also, they have university dormitories, which are very affordable for the students and live a comfortable life here in Japan. Admission to Japanese universities for bachelor courses can be in two ways. One is common entrance exam, and the others is English taught programs which are offered by the universities. For masters and PhD courses, one important thing is you need to contact to the supervisor directly and follow the rest of the proceedings according to the guidelines of the department and the universities. Different financial assistance are provided by the universities as well as Japanese government in the form of scholarships like MEX, JESO, different local government scholarships provided by associations and alike. If you compare the tuition fees and living expenses in Japan and US, you will see here that for the public universities, the total tuition fees for Japan is only 4 lakhs per annum. And for public universities in US, it is only 22 lakhs per annum. And if you compare tuition fees for private universities, 12 lakhs per annum is usually the case for Japanese universities. And when it comes to US, it is only 37 lakhs per annum. Living expenses is almost the same. After graduation, you can have lots of various opportunities to apply for job in various Japanese companies. The average salary after graduation is 3.9 million yen per year because Japan has lowest unemployment rate, which is around 2.34% according to Statista 2020. There are various leading international Japanese companies such as Toyota, Suzuki, Sony, Uniqlo, etc. Other global companies also operate in Japan, such as Amazon, Google, Facebook, which where you can apply for your job and have various opportunities not only in Japan but also throughout the world. While you are studying, you can also apply for various internships, part-time job, and you have long-term employment opportunities. One important note here to take away is visa procurement is an easy process where the student can upgrade the visa from student visa to working visa, staying here in Japan and not returning to the home country. The adoption of point-based system you can gather for applying in highly skilled foreign professional visa. What is to take away from the presentation is Japan has excellent level of higher education in English, which are opening doors for the foreign students to pursue their education in English taught programs. Japan has produced lot of Nobel laureates as we know. It has low tuition fees in universities and colleges when you compare it with the United States. There are various scholarships provided by government as well as by the institutions in Japan. More Japanese companies are recruiting in international students. More Japanese companies are operating in Southwest Asia besides Japanese government is also keen on providing assistance for development of infrastructure in these countries, and both these factors have created a demand for diverse and multicultural workforce in Japanese companies. My life here in Japan, as you can see, that I have a perfect balance of personal life and academic life. Well, it is hard, it can be hard sometimes, but still you can manage if you can. With that, I will conclude my presentation and hand it over to Mr. Dheeraj to continue with the presentation. Thank you for joining us today. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Rubina, for giving such a crucial piece of real information, which has been combined painstakingly by you from the academicians and professionals working in Japan. and guiding the students as well as their parents towards making an informed decision and choices. Thank you very much. I will just share the screen again, the today's agenda. Where are we? So we have finished the presentation by Ms. Rubina. Now we will be starting. Now I will turn over to Mr. Benjamin Serbrook, who is an expert admission advisor in the Tokyo International University, and he will be joined by Mr. Kobayashi in the presentation to give an overview of the university, including their interesting courses and wide array of support available to the young students like scholarships. And I must say it will offer the peace of mind to their parents also. Mr. Benjamin Serbrook, you can start, please. I will just stop share my screen.
Yes, thank you so much. And thank you so much, everyone, for joining us here today. My name is Ben, as was said before, and I'm just going to talk a little bit about Tokyo International University. So thank you all so much. All right, let's go ahead and get started. So just a little bit about Tokyo International University. Sorry, let me get some of the stuff out of the way of the screen. University was founded in 1965. And then we officially were named Tokyo International University in 1986. And then in 2015, we founded our English track program, which is what I'm here to talk to you about today, which is our 4-year English medium degree program. So we do have a side of our university that teaches in Japanese and that primarily Japanese students attend. And then we have our English track program, which is primarily made up of international students, around like well over 95%. We're located in the greater Tokyo metro area, about 35 minutes by train from central Tokyo. And as I mentioned, our English track program is primarily international students. We have 1,300 international students at our university, around 1/5 of our student body, and they come from 68 different countries around the world. So you're going to be getting quite a diverse viewpoint from your peers. And on top of that, our faculty is also 65% international. And they come from, again, all around the world, from the US to Kenya to India to Taiwan. So you're going to be getting kind of lots of different viewpoints and lots of different opinions from not only your peers, but from your professors as well. Just to talk a little bit about rankings, we were ranked by the Times Higher Education for International Environment. We were 3rd in 2017 within Japan, and then 5th in 2019. And the Toyo Keizai magazine, which ranks universities in Japan, it's a Japanese publication, gave us 2nd for our internationality ranking in 2020, and we were ranked as the 10th overall private university within Japan. So as you can see, this is really important to us as internationality. On top of this, we are looking to grow our university. As I said, we were founded in 2015, and in around 5 years, we have 1,300 international students, and we're looking to actually increase that to 3,000, so it's around half of our student body. And we're also hoping to increase the number of nationalities represented from 68 to 100. So we're really committed to that. So you can see that we're just hoping to continue to expand the number of international students at our university. Also, we are going to be opening up a brand new campus in Ikebukuro, which is right in the heart of Tokyo, in 2023. So for any students who are listening right now, this campus will be a part of your university experience. It is going to be our international campus, and it will be where all of our English track students attend courses. So again, if this will be something that you come and are able to participate in, and we're really excited because we think it's going to be really awesome to be right in the heart of Tokyo and have access to all of what that entails. And just a little bit more about Tokyo. As you can see, in 2019, for the 2nd year in a row, Tokyo was ranked as the best student city. And you might ask why, and there's lots of different reasons for that. One of those reasons is, Tokyo is kind of the part of the business world in Japan, and really it's one of the main business areas in all of Asia. It's got one of the largest city GDPs in the world, so it's really great for when you're job hunting. There's lots of different places to get to experience fashion and entertainment for young people, so lots of different things to do. It's also got a lot of tradition, a lot of history of Japan. So if you're looking to experience that, you can. And on top of that, it is one of the world's food capital, but it's quite affordable for students. We find that they spend around 230 US dollars per month on food. And then on top of that, it's got really great public transportation, lots of trains, they're rarely late. So this is a really great opportunity for students to study in one of kind of the biggest and most exciting metropolises in the world. So to talk a little bit about our English track program, as I mentioned, we are a 4-year undergraduate English taught program. We do have 3 majors at the university. We have a Bachelor of Arts in International Relations. We have our brand new major, Digital Business and Innovation, which is a Bachelor of Science. And then we have a Bachelor of Arts in Business Economics. So this is kind of your traditional business degree. We've got a number of focus areas, so things like marketing, management, finance, that you can focus on when you join our major. And our professors really do focus on teaching practical skills that you'll be able to use in the workplace. As I mentioned, our newest major is Digital Business and Innovation. And this is kind of a brand new, unique major available really only at our university. It looks at the intersection of IT and technology in the business world. And we've got a number of focus areas in this. So things like AI and deep learning, digital marketing and analytics, digital finance and fintechs. You can study things like cryptocurrencies. And we just felt that this was a really modern current major that will give students the skills they need to succeed in kind of the technological and modern workplace. Now, along with this major, we did a few kind of things on our campus to help students with this. We're looking to work with, or we're working with the Japan Business Model Competition, which is for kind of entrepreneurship startups. We opened a digital discovery lab, which is kind of a lab with lots of really modern and advanced computers for students to do kind of data visualizations. And then we also opened up an innovation lab with Tech Mahindra, which is one of the largest tech companies in the world and the 3rd largest in India. And this is really exciting because it's going to lead to things like research opportunities and internships and jobs for our students. And in fact, this past semester, we actually had a career practicum course with them that our students were able to participate in and kind of get real world experience from a company that's right in the heart of kind of technology and this modern workplace that we kind of were talking about. Our final major is international relations. And this is for students who are looking to kind of understand how the world works and how nations and other organizations interact. Again, this also has a number of focus areas. And while many students from this major do go on to things like diplomacy or working for, NGOs, something like that, many students in this major also go on to work for like multinational corporations or for kind of international branches for companies. So this major is actually a lot broader than many students think. And so it's another one that's worth looking into if that's what you're interested in. So I mentioned that we are an English medium program, so all of our courses are taught in English. And you don't need to know any Japanese before you come to the university, but we do require that all students take 1 semester of Japanese language courses at our university. And this is just so students are able to kind of work and survive in Japan. And they can continue to take that all 4 years at university, and we really encourage them to, especially if they're looking to work in Japan. And you can really achieve full fluency by graduation. So just a little bit about student life. Our English track students classes will primarily take place on campus 1, which you can see here. On that campus, we do have an office dedicated to kind of daily life support for our students. So they do things like airport pickup, help you open up a bank account, and they can even provide interpretation for kind of medical emergencies or if you need to go to the doctor for things like that. So we know that moving to a new country can be scary, and we are really here to support you every step of the way. Also on this campus, we have our English Plaza, which is kind of this little international hub where our international students and our Japanese students kind of mingle. And there's a really great cafe there that gives free drinks to all of our students. So if you're looking for a coffee, a little pick-me-up, you can go there and chat with some students. We also have a Japanese Plaza for our students to work on their Japanese skills. So if you're kind of looking to study Japanese, meet with a language partner, or meet with your professor, you can do that in this area. And of course, we have a wide range of club activities for our students, lots of different sports like soccer or baseball, all the way to things like hip hop dance or orchestra, or even the Model United Nations team that was started by our international students in 2016. And we're really proud of this team. They've done quite well kind of in their, right after they began, they received the most awards at the All Japan Model United Nations, and they've really continued to just be really strong and receive lots of awards. So if this is something that you have experience in, we encourage you to join this team. We also hold an international festival every year that's put on by the students where they can kind of showcase their own culture to the local community and other students as well. We have a campus too, and while no English track courses take place, this is where our dormitories are for our students. They can live in them for up to 1 year. We have both single and shared kind of living options for students, and the rent ranges around $230 US up to around 350. So just a little bit about exchange programs. Many international students do want to spend maybe a semester or a year abroad, and they can do that while studying at TIU. We have 330 different destinations for them around the world, and we also have a sister school in Salem, Oregon, located there called Willamette University, and we have a couple programs with them if students are interested. Career support is also something that we take very seriously because it's the main reason that you're attending university. So we have a career center that does kind of the full range of activities for students. They'll look at your resume, they'll help you with interview practice, and they can even introduce you to companies that are looking to hire international students. This is really great because we know that especially job hunting too can be a bit scary for students in a new country, but this is something they can help you with. They also bring companies to campus to give information sessions, and they put on a career fair every year. And the other really cool thing is they can also help you find an internship if that's something you're looking to do kind of before you look for a job. One thing that we just kind of like to talk about, it was already touched on quite a bit, but there's lots of different opportunities, job opportunities for students. The international workforce in Japan is growing quite rapidly. I myself am not Japanese, if you couldn't tell, and I've been living in Japan for 4 years now, and I have found it to be a really great experience, and there's just lots of opportunities here. It's quite easy to get a visa as long as you have a company willing to sponsor you, and there's no lottery or system or anything like that like there is in the US. So if this is something you're interested in, it's definitely a possibility, and it's not as scary as like you might think it is. And one other thing we'd like to mention is that we do have a 95% job placement rate for this past year for our international students. And this is for students who are looking to, who found a job prior to graduation, because in Japan, the employment system's a little different. You job hunt during most of your senior year, but we have quite a high rate. So you can see that this really directly translates into you finding a job. Students can also work part-time in Japan, up to 28 hours per week. And there's lots of different jobs available because of kind of that shrinking population. So this is another thing that students are able to do. And we have lots of different jobs available around campus and on campus as well. So I'm going to talk about affordability as well. So just kind of to start out, our tuition, as you can see on the screen, averages to about $12,800 US per year. However, we do offer merit-based tuition reduction scholarships to all of our students. And you can see we have 4 levels. We have 30, 50, 80, and 100%. So this is something that you're able to apply to. All students, you just kind of check a box, you apply at the same time you apply for admission, you find out your results at the same time. And again, this is merit-based. So kind of the stronger your transcript, the stronger your English scores, the stronger your essay, kind of the more, the higher likelihood you are to receive a tuition reduction scholarship. And just kind of even without that, we do like to bring up that, as you can see, tuition at TIU is significantly lower than many other countries around the world. About a third of that of the US, half that of Australia and Canada and the UK. And the living cost is also quite cheap. Again, around half that of the UK and Australia, and about 3/4 that of Canada and the US. And so when you put these together, TIU is quite affordable for students, even before that kind of scholarship that we talked about, right? Less than half that of the US, around half that of Australia and the UK. And then when you think about getting maybe like 50 or 80% scholarship, right? That price continues to drop, so it becomes very affordable for international students. And then one other kind of final scholarship we like to mention is a government scholarship that all students are able to apply for once they've enrolled. And we have an over 95% acceptance rate for this scholarship, and provides around a $450 US dollar per month stipend during their first year. So this is just another way to make studying at our university even more affordable. And then finally, we also have for any students who are looking to apply to our international relations major, who also have participated in Model United Nations activities while they're in high school, they can receive an enrollment fee waiver. This is another scholarship that we just began. So if that applies to you, you should definitely look into it. Now I'm going to turn it over to my colleague Takeo, and he will talk a little bit about kind of our relationship with students from South Asia.
Okay, Ben, thank you very much. And hello, everyone. I am Takeo Kobayashi. I'm in charge of international student admissions overall. And thank you so much for your participation today. We are very excited with this opportunity to talk to you. In the past 3 years, we actively prepare ourselves to work on students from South Asian countries. I will show some examples from now on. As you can see, we launched this English degree program 5 years ago, and since then our university has been well accepted by Southeast Asian countries such as Vietnam, Indonesia, Thailand. So that now we are shifting our recruitment focus towards South Asian countries where you live. And so far, gradually, we are having more and more competitive students from your country as well. Next, please. And just to give you an example to show how competitive our students are, here the chart of our students from Vietnam and Indonesia. As you can see, majority of the students from Vietnam and Indonesia from high-ranking schools in their country. The same applies to some other countries as well. Therefore, it is not just a volume of students, but also I'm happy to tell you that our students are quite competitive. I'm sure you can easily find a good peers and friends in the university. Okay, next one. And as you know, Japan has not been so popular as a study destination as compared to with North American and European countries, despite the fact that Japan offers high standard and world-class education. So that what should we do? Seeing is believing. We invited principals and counselors from South Asian countries to visit our university, meeting with our professors and students, visit actual classes, and also visiting city center of Tokyo. As you can see, all the schools are well-known schools, and after the tour, we received good commendation from them all. So now I believe they are confident with Japan and TAU as a study destination. Next one. Here's a case of Sri Lanka. Okay, next one. Here's the case of Bangladesh. Okay, next one. Okay, so next is, let me introduce some faculties from our university. But just one before, but for your information in general, according to Assistant Dean of this program, TIU faculty, as you can read here, TIU faculty are among the world's best educators and researchers. Professors are well known and published with many leading journals and book presses. Okay. So next one, the first of all from India. We have honorary professor, Dr. Ashok Chara. He is at the same time Japan advisor at Ministry of External Affairs in India and leading many national projects between India and Japan. Also plays a role of official interpreter between prime ministers of the country. He has a great insights about the study in Japan. For Indian students, especially, he can give you practical advices when you think about study in Japan. Okay. Next professor is from Sri Lanka. He is a US citizen, but originally from Sri Lanka. He is TIU's vice president. He used to be a researcher at the Bell Laboratories, currently at AT&T, and made a lot of contribution to the companies. Next one. Next professor is from India again, Dr. Prank Kulkarni. He was graduated from IIT Karampur, and he is one of the leading researchers in the field of AI, artificial intelligence, and machine learning. Okay, next one. Okay, next is eating. We set up a halal and a vegetarian canteen in the campus. So for those who are Muslim and vegetarian, you don't have to worry so much about the food. Okay, let's move on to the admissions. First of all, eligibility. For basic educational background requires either of these. 12 years education from a recognized education system of the country, or 12 years at the international school accredited by WSCCIS or ACSI, or IB diploma, GCA level are accepted. We also, the next requirement is a English proficiency. Here's a minimum score we need, but this is actually just a minimum. At the moment, the average English test score in case of IELTS for our applicants is it's around 6.5 and 7. Okay. And then this is admissions and the scholarship screening criteria. Okay, okay, next one. Sorry, come back. So 3 points: academic transcript and plus standardized test or national exam. English, second is English proficiency test score, and then short test. So these 3 points are all to be assessed, and then the higher score, you get a better scholarship. And all of them are important, but do not underestimate essays. Sometimes it became a difference. Okay, next one. Here is an admission schedule. We have two more admissions. Sorry, we have 2 admission intakes, April and September. And this year we have 2 more application periods to go for September intake. Next one starts from 17th of this month, and in about 3 to 4 weeks time, you will get a result, acceptance and scholarship together. Then after that, pay fees and start visa applications. Okay, next one. And this is only for Indian students who take CBSE or ISC curriculum. We have a different schedule for the admission. So if you are a person concerned, please contact us later. Next one. And just for information, for those students who are at the moment year 11s, we open the application period for 2022 spring intake at around July this year. Detailed information will be announced later on, around May. So this is my last slide. The application, sorry, visit our website, www.tiu.ac.jp track. If you have any question, please reach out to my department, e-track admissions. And for Indian students, we have an Indian contact, as you can see here. So anyway, thank you so much for your participation, and we are looking forward to seeing you on our campus. Have a good evening. Okay.
Thank you, Mr. Benjamin, and thank you, Mr. Kobayashi, for sharing such a nice presentation with the students. I will now start the Q&A session for 10 minutes for a fruitful discussion of students with the panelists of Tokyo International University. And the students have already posted their questions related to Tokyo International University and their courses in the Q&A box. And I request the panelists of TIU to kindly go through them and answer them to the satisfaction of the young minds, please.
Yeah, awesome. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Somebody said, should I use my SATs and IELTS score for admissions as my CBSE results take time to come? Unfortunately, you cannot use your SAT as results. However, we do have a system for students who take the CBSE exam. We do know that the results take a little bit of time to come. So you don't need to worry about that, because we will be able to help you in that regard. So yeah, you don't need to worry about the SAT. We don't require it if you're taking the CBSE exam, but you can submit that IELTS score. Okay.
There are some questions in the already that we have answered. You can also look at the answered Q&As.
Ah, yes, of course. Thank you so much. Okay.
Like there is a common question of whether Japanese language is compulsory for the courses. I don't think so. You have already explained
Yes,
very well.
yeah, I'm going to answer that then. Yeah, so we do not require any Japanese. You don't need to know any for your major courses. So if you're studying digital business and innovation and you're taking a class on artificial intelligence and machine learning, that will be taught in English and you don't need to worry about knowing any Japanese. The only requirement that we have is that you take 1 semester of like learning how to speak the Japanese language, but that you can do from a very beginning level. And in fact, most of our students do come with little to no Japanese knowledge. So yeah, there's nothing to worry about in that regard in terms of your courses or anything like that. And what else?
Kobayashi to kindly share the emails in the chat box that he showed in the last slide, so that students can directly contact them if they wish to for their courses at TIU. If you can share the links
Yeah,
and
yeah, yeah.
emails in the chat box. There are other questions like students who have been asking
Yes.
regarding some game design and development courses. Are there some courses regarding these?
So we don't have any game design or any kind of hard science courses like that. Our Bachelor of Science in Digital Business and Innovation does have like some coding courses as well as a number of kind of technology related ones, but we don't have any specific game design ones. Also, just so kind of I can make this clear, we specifically are here representing our undergraduate program. So unfortunately, we are not here representing for our master's or our PhD programs. However, if you are interested in that, please contact the email address that Mr. Kobayashi is going to put in the chat box because the graduate admissions team can speak with you about that. And then somebody asked for any information for Bangladesh. All of the information that I gave is directly applicable for Bangladesh as well. We have a large number of Bangladeshi students at our university. So yeah, you can definitely be rest assured that you are able to apply if you are from Bangladesh.
There's some question regarding the timeline to apply for digital business bachelor's program.
Yeah, for sure. So as Mr. Kobayashi showed in the slide, we have 2 more application periods coming up for this coming fall, September 2021 intake. We have one that begins on February 17th and then runs for about 4 weeks. And then we have one final application period in April from March 31st to April 21st. And then you find out, so yeah, so if you apply in February, you find out your result in April. And then from there, payment of tuition and fees and starting your visa process begin after that. And then if you're looking to apply for 2022, those dates are not yet released, but they will begin for April of 2022. Those dates will begin this coming summer and then fall after that. Okay, what other questions? 大学でアニメーション
I
コー
have
スあります
already
か?
shared some of the
Somebody,
things regarding the TIU already in the chat box. I have shared some of the links of the TIU already.
yes,
And
thank you.
and I have also shared a scholarship bulletin shared by the government of Japan in the chat box. Also, students can also look at that also.
Yes, and I will send a link to our website page about scholarships as well.
Yes,
Somebody asked one question in Japanese. 大学で animation course ありますか? Are there animation courses at our university? We unfortunately do not have any animation courses. So yes, we have the 3 majors I outlined: business economics, digital business and innovation, which is a Bachelor of Science, and then international relations. We do have a DBI, Digital Business and Innovation Master's Program, but again, as I mentioned, please reach out to our graduate admissions team, which the email is in the chat. I believe that's it for questions.
Yes, I think so already you have Mr. Kobayashi and you have been answering most of the questions. Thank you very much, Mr.
Yes, thank you.
Benjamin and Mr. Kobayashi,
Thank
for
you.
enlightening the students and guiding them further. I request the students, in case they have further doubts, they can contact on the links as shared by the Tokyo International University panelists and on the email and also on the links. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Benjamin. Thank you, Mr. Kobayashi.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
I will just share where are we currently. So we have finished the presentation by Mr. Benjamin Serbrook and Mr. Kobayashi of Tokyo International University. Now I will be moving to the presentation by Okayama University, Professor Muhammad Azharuddin, who has an affiliation to the Institute of Global Human Resource Development at Okayama University. And our presenter today has rich experience in chemical reaction engineering with interesting research areas such as energy conversion processes. And I request Professor Muhammad Azharuddin to kindly start his presentation. I will just stop share.
Okay. Hi, everybody. Good evening and good afternoon, probably in South Asia. How are you today? We're experiencing very cold weather here. So, by the way, I am Muhammad Azharuddin. I am from Bangladesh originally. So I live in Japan for a long time and came here as a foreign student long time ago and joined as a faculty here. Okay. So my major is chemical engineering. I'm professor of chemical engineering. So today I will introduce our university called Okayama University. It's a national university. So I will share some video first, one for the Okayama University and another for a special program we call Discovery Program for Global Learners at Okayama University. That is a special program for foreign students. So I have two videos, and after that, I will explain about our global discovery program where most of the foreign students are interested in. So first of all, I'd like to, share my first video. Is it okay now?
Yes, screen is shared now.
Okay, thank you. Sorry for that. Okay. Thank you very much. So I have another video to share. I hope it will be okay. Sorry for the inconvenience. Okay, so Okayama University have a special program called Discovery Program for Global Learners. And it is a 4 years bachelor's course program in English, mainly English. And today I will explain about the application guide for 2021. But we have two kind of admission. We call it international admission. And also we have another admission called domestic admission for Japanese student. So international admission, we take 30 students, mainly foreign students, and the domestic admission, we take 30 Japanese students. The idea is this course, you will have your Japanese friend and foreign friends together. So the application period, we have two application period, one for in October, okay, and another in December application period. So we are at the end of the application period for next year entrance, okay? So those who want to try from now on, you have to wait for next year announcement for the applications, okay? So, well, first, I'd like to talk about the Okayama University. It is a regional university, national university in Western Japan, located in between Hiroshima and Osaka. It's not a big city. It's not a mega city like Tokyo or Osaka, but what is a quite convenient city. And it is established in 1870. It's a quite old universities. From Kyoto, Osaka, 1 hour journey by train, and from Tokyo, it is around 3 hours. Okay, it's called sunny country or sunny uh, place because we have 273, 76 degrees sunny days in a year or whatever, okay? And it's the top 2% research university worldwide. And why come to Okayama? Because it's convenient location. It is not far away from Tokyo, or we have also international destination airport connected to many international destinations. Okay, it's traditional and historical. It has a castle 500 years old, and beautiful. One of the most beautiful garden in Japan is called Korakuen, and numerous temples, shrines, and museums, and comfortable for South Asian country students because it's not cold like other part of Japan, and it's not hot like southern part of Japan. Okay, so it's quite comfortable. Okay, and sorry, and city life. It is not like Tokyo. You don't have to rush. Life is very easy here. Most of the students use bicycle to commute from their apartment or house to university. And three reasons to study Okayama University is high quality, affordable education. We have 11 faculties, 8 graduate schools for master's course and PhD. And the student to, well, teachers ratio is 9:1, okay? 9. And also tuition scholarship and waivers available for eligible students, okay? And it is top ranking research university and friendly and welcoming. We have 13,000 students, and Okayama University awarded partnership award from Sustainable Global Development. Okay. So Discovery Program for Global Learners Program overview, it is English and Japanese. So for October intake, students will mainly study in English and Japanese for the April intake, okay? And we have an interdisciplinary approach. That means like your curriculum can be, it can design your own curriculum with different module and cluster. So we have 3 different disciplines. One is called social innovation and entrepreneurship, that is about business, okay, and management, where we have economics and management, social business and entrepreneurship, philanthropy and non-profit. management. Okay, that's about the business course and international course. And we have another course is a culture, diversity, and community, is a humanities course. Have a different module there, Japan and beyond, migration and communities, environment and health and governance. Okay. Then we have transdisciplinary science for global sustainability. And in that transdisciplinary science course, we have three different modules. One is like atmospheric and astronomical physical chemistry, solid state physics. Another is environmental chemical engineering. So I belong to environmental chemical engineering. And we have agriculture science. And for this science track, I have to inform you that some advanced Japanese proficiency will be required. And we also provide Japanese language courses here, okay? Because unlike business courses and humanities courses, in science courses, you have to conduct some laboratory work, and is to some extent, you need some Japanese proficiency, okay? Okay, so we have different faculties there, 11 faculties, and Japanese language courses. There are throughout the whole year, you have a different level of Japanese course, Japanese 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, different level of Japanese courses at the first year of your, it's called entrance. And well, there are some question answer, what kind of degree you will learn. It is Bachelor of Science and Arts degree, okay? Who can apply? Anybody can apply from abroad and within Japan who has finished their high school, okay? High school, 12 years of education and 18 years, minimum 18 years old, okay? Do you need to know Japanese for cultural diversity and social innovation? You don't need any Japanese. For agriculture course, you need some level of Japanese and you have to improve your Japanese, and some science courses requires the Japanese degree, okay? English is not my first language. Can I take classes to improve my English? Yes, we provide English courses, students who wish to improve their English, okay? They can enroll into advanced English courses, okay? What is the interdisciplinary approach? Means like, even if you are in a science cluster or science group, you can go and take some business lectures also, courses also, okay? So you are allowed to design your own courses, okay? Your own curriculum, sorry, yeah. So, well, the first year you will learn about Japanese and English mainly, and some very, very introductory classes on every area. And Japanese language and English language will continue first year, second year. And then you will start your practicum or practical courses, field work, internship from second year. And third year, you will join research seminar. It is a preparation for starting your senior project like fourth year. In the senior fourth year, you will given a project to complete. So finally, you will be graduated here. And then what kind of job and can I find? Job I can find after graduation. Well, I think it can find varieties of job, but we also have post-graduation opportunity. Those who graduated from our discovery program, they will find another faculty or graduate school to enter for a master's course or PhD. Okay, we encourage it. Okay, so who is eligible to apply for interview? And we have it's called, sorry, I mean, it is not required at this moment. The application procedure is like you have to make an application, and then we have a scrutiny, like write an essay for this purpose, a statement of purpose, and then you will have a Skype interview. During the interview, about 1 hour interview, we'll ask you your purpose and what do you want to do here and all these things. And if you can pass the interview and screening test, then it's okay. And as I explained previously, that you need English ability, but for those who study in English medium school or international baccalaureate, they don't need IELTS or native speaker of English. They don't need any English proficiency test. Okay, but those who study in like their national language or high school with other languages, but English was not the main language of the education, you have to submit your English proficiency score. Okay. Okay. Well, we have a different kind of fees there. The admission fee for any national university in Japan is about 282,000 yen, means like it is 1 lakh, probably 95,000 Indian rupee. And then you have tuition fee about 535,000 yen, and which is about 3 lakh, 70,000 Indian rupee. Okay. So these are tuition fee and information about scholarship and financial aid. Okay. We offer discovery scholarship. That means full tuition fee scholarship, means your tuition fee will be exempted, but only the selected students can get this scholarship. And there are other scholarship available from JASO and other organization and private scholarship, but there is no guarantee that you will get, everybody will get it. It depends on your what is called eligibility and your performance and your other thing. Okay. And we also have partial and full exemption admission tuition fee. And again, it is depend on your academic performance mainly. Okay. So you have a mixed, you have to check for other government scholarship, which is available, available for other university too. So Okayama University does not have a special scholarship, then you can only apply from Okayama University, but it is for other university too. And well, what is the student like? We have housing. We provide housing for students. We call it International Student Share House. In one house, you will have 4 small rooms. 4 students will share the whole house, where the kitchen and dining will be shared by four students. Okay, we have. Well, this is the area and the floor, and the fee, you need 23,000 per month of rental fee. Okay, and you need some utility fees. So well, anybody can apply, and you can stay there for first 1 year. After that, you have to look for apartment, private apartment. Okay, that's about the housing. And we have off-campus housing. A student wish to rent an apartment off campus, so university cooperative society help you to find the apartment there. And estimated living cost in Okayama, you have one advantage why you should come to Okayama. The education level and everything is very high, but if you compare to the big mega cities, Okayama is much more cheaper. Okay, so I gave you the breakdown of the cost. Okay, the rent, utilities, food, and health insurance, and your personal utilities like Wi-Fi, phone, and miscellaneous. All together, it should come around 90,000 yen, which is about 62,000 Indian rupee. Okay? So, and also in the campus, we have University Cooperative Society. And well, if you can become a member and get concession for buying books and food, everything. And we have L Cafe, means language cafe, where the people speak different kind of language, mingle together in a place and chat together. Sometimes they do different kind of activities there.
Professor, 20 minutes are almost over, so I request.
Yeah, I think I am also almost finished here. So we have all clubs and circles there, and medical care and insurance center and national health facilities, and our admission policy, you can follow it. And finally, you can write down our web page and email address from here. And you can contact us anytime for, well, if you want to know anything about our special course. Okay, thank you very much for your time. Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Professor Muhammad Azharuddin, for sharing such a nice and informative presentation with the students. I will now start the Q&A session for 10 minutes for fruitful discussion of students with Professor Muhammad Azharuddin of Okayama University. And I request Professor to kindly go through the questions posted in the Q&A box of Zoom control and answer them to the satisfaction of the young minds, please. You can look at some of the questions that are already there in the Q&A box, not chat box, Q&A box.
Okay, thank you very much. The first question is SAT and TOEFL needed for Okayama University? Well, SAT is not required, but you can submit it. We encourage to submit if we have extra, what is called, proficiency certificate. TOEFL is needed, TOEFL or IELTS is needed if you are not a native speaker of English, or if you didn't study your senior high school and junior high school in English medium school or international baccalaureate, okay? Then you need a TOEFL score, okay? Is it okay?
Yeah, I think it will be satisfactory to the for Ms. Jyotsna. And there's a question regarding bachelor's degree in computer application from Subhash.
Yeah, and unfortunately,
bachelor's degree in computer
yeah.
application, and he's looking for master's course.
Okay, that is different issue. That's not part of the Global Discovery Program. Of course, you can enter bachelor or master's course for computer programming. Then you have to look for our graduate school of natural science, and they accept foreign students all the time. There are a lot of Bangladeshi students and a few Indian students and the Myanmar students who are doing computer science courses in master's or post-graduation course. Okay, so well, please follow or check our post-graduation webpage. Okay, I will send you the webpage later.
I also shared most of the link of Okayama University in the chat box.
Yeah.
And I have also shared the email ID of your email ID also, Professor, I've shared.
Okay.
So if students contact you, then they can contact also.
Okay, no problem at all. Thank you. Any other?
And there is a question regarding post-graduation. There is a question by Mr. Vipul that he has completed post-graduation in environmental sciences and diploma in remote sensing and GIS. And he is looking for PhD in environmental sciences and GIS in Japan.
It is, of course, we have environmental science in Okayama University. So, well, again, this is about post-graduation and PhD. So he should follow what is called our web page for Graduate School of Natural Science, okay? And there are wide varieties of courses, and in that area, he can look for a professor who is expert in that area, okay? That will be extremely like professor to student contact, okay? Because in for PhD, yes. Yeah, okay. And it is possible.
Professor, there's one last question I will take. There's a question from Mr. Yogesh. He has completed his undergraduation and he wished to apply for Okayama University. And he's asking for programs, graduation programs, basically related to material sciences and manufacturing.
That will be mostly mechanical and system engineering. That will be in engineering faculty. So is he interested to do undergraduate course or
master's course? He has already finished his undergraduation.
Okay, so that will be an engineering faculty. Again, that will be under the what is called Graduate School of Natural Science. And in that web page, the research area and the professor list, what kind of research they're doing, you can easily find that area and contact the professors, okay? And also, of course, we always accept foreign students like master's students and PhD students, okay? If it matches the area, okay?
Okay. Thank you, Professor. The one last question I will take, there's a question from Mr. Mudit Sharma. that in Okayama University, do you have any bachelor's program in computer science?
We have bachelor program in computer science, unfortunately not in English. So it will be in Japanese. Okay, yeah, sorry for that. Okay, yeah.
Okay, thank you, Professor Muhammad Azharuddin. Thank you for your time and for enlightening the students and guiding them further. And I request the students and parents, in case they have more doubts, and they can directly contact on the links and the emails that I've shared on the chat box for Okayama University. Thank
Sure,
you.
yeah.
Just share now, where are we currently? We have finished the presentation by Professor Muhammad Azharuddin from Okayama University. And now I would like to turn over to Professor Honma of Kitami Institute of Technology. And I request students to make best advantage of his talks. And I believe he will be most happy to answer the queries to your satisfaction later on. So I would like to request Professor Honma to kindly start his presentation. I will just stop here.
Yes, thank you very much for your time, everybody. Can you see me now?
Yes, we can see you, Professor.
My name is Kei Shoma. I belong to the International Center of Kitami Institute of Technology. As you say, explained a little bit earlier, our national university is the most northern part of Japan, northern located national university. So it means it's very different from places you are living right now. It's cold now, it's winter. So I hope you can have a different experience, completely different part of Japan. So I show you at first a video we made recently, and after this I make a little bit presentation with the panel, and after this I take some questions. So please watch the video at first.
A future when Antarctic ice does not melt.
A future of a green Earth.
A future when energy does not run out.
A future when salmon return to the rivers.
Thinking about the future from the northernmost national university in Japan.
Aiming to develop technology in harmony with nature.
Kitami Institute of Technology National University Corporation. Outline. Kitami Institute of Technology is a national university located in the most northern area of Japan. Kitami is the main city in the Okhotsk region of Hokkaido. This region, full of majestic, beautiful scenery and rich nature, attracts many tourists from all over the world and supports the Japanese food industry. In the winter, we can enjoy clear air and diamond dust which sparkles in sunrise. This is the most southern part of the world in which drift ice appears. Kitami Institute of Technology's slogan is developing technology in harmony with nature. There are two schools, Earth Energy and Environmental Engineering, and Regional Innovation and Social Design Engineering. After studying the common curriculum in the first year in each school, students choose one of 8 courses in the second year. Because students can choose their favorite course after entering the university, they can determine what they really want to study. Kitami Institute of Technology offers a range of unique learning opportunities, reflecting the characteristics of the region. Students have the chance to participate in cutting-edge research with a global focus. Students come from 45 prefectures from all over Japan. Here, they learn the cultures and values of their friends and establish new relationships. Around 90 international students from 16 countries study here as the university. It is easy to become friends with Japanese students. The number of female students is increasing, and now around 260 are studying here. This amounts to 13% of the student population.
Education. The School of Earth, Energy and Environmental Engineering tries to solve energy and environmental problems not only here in Japan, but throughout the world. The School of Regional Innovation and Social Design Engineering tries to solve regional problems and apply its results to the world stage. Students learn to become individuals with a broad vision and a high level of professional skills. Let's see what 4 years at Kitami Institute of Technology looks like. At first, students choose the school they would like to enter. They then spend their first year finding their preferred subjects before selecting a future course of study. Students choose their favorite laboratory at the end of their third year. Their choice is based on the theme of their thesis and their career goals after graduation. It depends on whether the student plans to go on to graduate school to increase their expertise or get a job to play an active role in society. This is a new beginning for their future. Kitami Institute of Technology offers not only basic education courses, but also distinctive curricula. These curricula focus on the history, nature, environment, industry, sports, and resources of the Okhotsk region. These make it possible for students to have a comprehensive view on many issues. It is important to have a high level of communication skills in order to understand other experts and to share information closely with them. Kitami Institute of Technology offers different types of active learning classes in order to improve students' competence in solving problems.
Research. Students in Kitami Institute of Technology undertake research in one of 8 primary fields. After a student chooses one of the 8 courses from the 2 schools, they can choose the laboratory they wish to enter. At Kitami Institute of Technology, there are 4 research centers coordinated by researchers in different fields, whose research strongly reflects the characteristics of this region. These centers support students' research from a multi-dimensional perspective.
Facilities. Our campus is 4 times the size of Tokyo Dome. Around 2,000 undergraduate and graduate students are studying here. We can fully support all of your hardware needs with a range of educational facilities and research centers in which to access the latest technology. We have a library and a gymnasium, along with a training room, health center, student shop, and cafeteria. Kitami Institute of Technology supports students' learning, socializing, healthy living, and dining.
Campus life. Student life is not only classes and research. What kind of club activities are there? There are around 30 athletic clubs and 20 cultural clubs.
Are there any famous clubs at KIT? The curling club is famous. This club participated in a national curling championship, and some graduates from this club took part in the 2018 Olympic Games. There are many other clubs, such as the ski club or the mountaineering club, in which students can enjoy the nature around Kitami.
What is fun besides studying and doing research? Fun activities include participating in clubs, driving, volunteering, and eating out. It is also fun to hike in the mountains and look at the starry sky.
What kind of part-time jobs can students do? Students can work in convenience stores, in fast food shops, in restaurants, cram schools, or as private tutors. There are also several part-time jobs inside the university.
cold is it in Kitami? Although the lowest temperature is -30 degrees Celsius, it doesn't feel so cold during the day because of the bright sunny weather. As the snow in Kitami is dry, students don't need an umbrella. We usually don't have much snow in Kitami compared to other areas in Hokkaido. There are 2 ski and snowboard resorts just 15 minutes by car from the university. There are many fun winter activities such as skiing, snowboarding, curling, and ice fishing.
Is it also cold in the summer? The summer in Kitami is cool and fresh. Sometimes it gets hot, but it usually cools down in the evening. Under the Okhotsk blue sky, sports teams such as rugby or soccer from the main island come here to conduct summer training camps.
What is special about Kitami? Kitami is famous for barbecues, and there are many good cheap barbecue restaurants. People also love to have barbecues outside. There is even a barbecue festival held outside in February. It's cold but exciting. There are other interesting festivals, such as the Korea Rice Marathon, the 24-hour bicycle race, and the Kitami Summer Festival.
Are there any interesting events at the university? There are many events such as the University Festival, the Computer Hackathon, cultural exchanges with international students, a science fair for children, and the annual robotics contest. Friends in laboratories cooperate with each other to participate in academic conferences. It's possible to go on the surface of Lake Mushu or even to Antarctica. Learning environment.
Okay, thank you very much for watching the video. I'm gonna show you just the panel right now.
We can see the presentation, Professor.
Yes, please. Okay.
So can you make it full screen?
Yes.
Kindly?
Thank you for watching the video. This is almost a guideline of a university, and the press side right now and focus on your life as an international student. So Kitami Institute of Technology, National University Corporation, and our slogan is written in the red letters: develop technology in harmony with nature. And where is it located? Once again, we are now in Hokkaido. Hokkaido is the most northern part of Japan. There's 4 islands in Japan. Hokkaido is the north island, and maybe you know this place is famous for the many tourists. Usually, around 5 million people come and see the Hokkaido because this is very beautiful regions in the summer, also in the winter. So you can have fun to have this experience. So among this Hokkaido, Kitami is a city, and this is the main city of the Okhotsk region. This is the biggest city in the northern part of Hokkaido. So we can see that we are located in the most northern part of Japan. This is our specific characteristic of this university. So I show you a little bit, and also we are very far from center of Tokyo, the capital of Tokyo and Nagoya. We don't feel so far because if you take just airplane, it's just to Tokyo 100 minutes, and Nagoya is 2 hours. So there is an airport just 40 minutes from the university. So one-day trip, many professors and many students take one-day trip doing some business in Tokyo and coming back to the Kitami. So this is possible. So we are not so far located from the capital. And I would like to zoom up more nature, what we are surrounded by. So can you see that some picture on the left? On the top, it's scallop. Scallop is some product from the sea. This is the most #1 product in Japan. Drift ice, as you saw in our video, we can see that right now, exact time, right now, this is the right time, the exact time to see the drift ice, to go to the beach, and you can see the drift ice. This is very, very beautiful. I don't think you can see in South Asia. You can see only here in Japan. And we have also beautiful lakes. It's called Mashu Lake. And of course, we have some World Heritage. It's called Shiretoko. So as you can see, this is some main scenery, but we are surrounded by a very beautiful scenery. You can enjoy it. So this is some a picture from the sea, from the sky, how our institute look like. And this is it was already explained in a video, 2 school 8 course systems. So it's divided into the Earth, Energy, Environmental Engineering, and the Regional Innovation, the Special Design Engineering. If you are interested in some engineering technology, you have some different variety of the course, and it's mainly 8 courses you can choose like this. And the student is around 2,800, 2,084 students right now. And the international student, we have 79 international students as of January 2021, and from approximately around 20 countries, but very, very few from South Asia, mainly coming from China and Korea, and Southeast Asia and Europe, but very few from South Asia. So that's why we are very happy to welcome you, to receive you here in Kitami. We are expecting to have you here. And one of the good things from our institute is we have very good scholarship systems. So to privately finance international student yearly from KIT, around $600 for less than 6 months. It means if you stay in Kitami less than 6 months, you have $600. And if you stay maybe here in Kitami for 1 year, you get $1,200. This is from a university. And if you're a student of a doctoral program, monthly you receive $300 from our university. And from city, regularly, yearly, 50 international students per year receive $2,000 from Kitami City. And we have different type of some other scholarships. So many international students receive this kind of scholarship, and this will contribute to the studying and to their life, private life here. And another good thing here in Kitami is the cost of living. Cost of living is not so expensive compared to other places of Japan. If you look at the private apartment, you can rent just $300 for a month, and the utility is $100, and other cost of living, the food and the clothes, something like this, and $500. So altogether, around $900 or $1,000 will be enough to lead a life here. So low cost of living, and you have a very good scholarship, and financially, you are, I think you will be satisfied with the situation. You don't have to work a lot. You don't have to lead a very, how do I say, a moderate life. Moderate is good, but poor life maybe. You have a kind of a good life here. So this is a good point. And this is our main facilities. We show already you in the video, so I don't explain here. And the club activities, you have wonderful club activities, carring, brass band, yacht, and this club activity is you can touch the sense of nature here. And what else? and interact with people. We are people in Kitami very, very kind, very, we are expecting, we are welcoming you. So international student having fun, socializing with many local Japanese people. We have a lot of events right now due to the COVID-19. Most of all the our event are canceled, but hopefully next year we'll resume this activity with you. So like this and the welcome party, hiking, and campus festival, and Kitami Bunchu Festival, and Okhotsuku Festival, you know, something like the skiing, karting, and you can only do this at this kind of place in north of Japan, and sightseeing. You can take a boat and to see the drift drive here like this right now. February is a good time, and so this is all. We are expecting to see you, to have you here in Kitami. Thank you very much for my presentation.
Thank you, Professor Honma, for sharing such a nice presentation with the students. And as you have shared that with the interesting piece of information that sustainable development goals are becoming an important aspect of sustainable development, with major companies across the world are racing to contribute in achievement of SDG goals. The unique programs of Kitami Institute of Technology focusing on environment and social designs takes important place in such scenarios. I will now start the Q&A session for 10 minutes for a fruitful discussion of students with Professor Honma. And students have already posted their questions in the Q&A box. And I request Professor Honma to kindly go through them. And you can answer to the satisfaction of the young students, please. There are some questions in the Q&A box.
Can I get your mail?
I will just read out some of the questions if you wish. One student, Josna, is asking regarding biotechnology and food chemistry programs, whether they are offered in English in Kitami Institute.
Yes, we give some classes mainly Japanese, but some classes it's possible to give them by English, biotechnology and food chemistry. There are several professors, some professors mainly speak Japanese, but some other professors speak English, so it's possible. If you we can, you know, if you want, we can provide, introduce you some professors, associate professor who speaks English in this biotechnology and food chemistry. Yes.
And there's a question from Aditi regarding some animation courses.
No, we don't have such domain animation and animation researches. No.
Okay, there's a question from Mr. Subhash. He's looking for some master degree courses in information system, innovation, technology, or management in Japan, and some courses that you can suggest. Basically, he's interested in the courses that you are that Kitami Institute offers, like sustainable development goals or focusing on zero hunger.
Yes, information system. We provide you some master degrees in the information system. It's possible. Innovation and technology, it's possible. We have some. I show you the 8 different courses. One of the different courses is exactly this information system, the innovation, and we have a master degree and doctoral degree. It's possible. Yes.
Okay, and there's a question further regarding SAT and TOEFL requirement for Kitami University. Is it there?
Which one? Information technology?
SAT and TOEFL. TOEFL English course or SAT requirement is there?
Yes, SAT requirement. Yes. If you are an undergraduate student, yes, it is. But if you're a graduate student, this is what is more important is that a relationship between you and teachers and professors. So if you have some specific field, specific specialty, maybe professor doesn't require you this, you know, level of this. Yes.
Further, there are some questions regarding scholarships. I think you have already answered questions regarding scholarships. And I think most of the questions you have already answered, Sensei. And if you wish, you can look at some of the questions in the answered tab. If you wish, you can look. We have some time left.
Yes. Can you send me course links? Yes. How can I send you?
I have also shared the email and the website links of Kitami Institute.
Yeah, please provide them that our email address, and we are happy to receive it and to answer all the questions you ask.
Yes, and if you wish to share your email ID also with the students, you can share in the chat box, Sensei.
Yeah. What are the measures the university take that students don't end up in the broad companies? Like this.
There is a question regarding from Shubhadeep. Earlier question he posted it regarding he is already in the first year studying BTech computer science, and he wished to pursue masters and research in Japan. He is interested in robotics, automation, artificial intelligence, and other research topics like brain computer interface. And he is currently having JLPT N3 level. So what kind of courses can you suggest him, Sensei?
Maybe I think I can introduce you somebody to answer these questions more properly. Maybe I think it's better. So please send us an email, and our colleague can answer these questions. Because
Okay.
this is, yeah.
So Subdeep, you can contact regarding that, and you can get most of the answers.
And like this, what are the measures the university takes that students don't end up in the broad companies in Japan? We organize yearly some event to connect between the student and the companies, especially local company. We select what we call good company. We select the not broad company to connect each other with students. So we know this problem. Many students are trapped into this broad company. So we take care of these situations.
Okay, Sensei, there's one question from Mr. Arjit Sahni. He asked question that he has completed his bachelor's in automation and manufacturing sector, and he would like to pursue master's in automation and manufacturing. And are there any courses in Kitami Institute?
Yes, masters. We have, as I show you that 8 different courses, and he said he's majored in information, right? What?
Automation and manufacturing.
Automation manufacturing. We have some manufacturing and manufacturing sections in the master's degree. So and there are several professors, associate professors, and in the master's degree, as I told you, it is very important to contact with these professors. So, and if you're really interested in getting into coming here as a master's student, I can introduce you some professors. This is possible, and you talk directly and what's your major, and maybe if it's much your major and professor, and he can accept you, she can accept you. So maybe I think direct contact will be helpful to you.
Okay, last question I will take, Sensei. Is there a biotechnology course in Kitami for undergraduate students?
Yes, biotechnology course, yes, possible, yes. And especially from third and fourth year, we have biotechnology courses, yes, and yes.
Okay.
Course, yes.
Okay, I will just finish the session with Kitami Institute of Technology now. Thank you, Professor Honma, for enlightening the students and guiding them further. And I request parents and students, in case they have further doubts, they can follow the links and emails given for Kitami Institute of Technology.
Yes, please.
I request Professor Honma to share his email ID also on the chat box, if you wish. Yeah, thank you very much. And so I will just share where are we currently now. So we have finished the presentation by Kitami Institute of
Thank you.
Technology from Professor Honma.
Yes.
And now we are drawing to the end of our session. And we are grateful to hear the thoughts to make this presentation a great learning experience for the students and assure the parents about the safe future of their kids in this technologically and culturally advanced and rich country. So I will just finish up and wrap up this session. Thank you, everyone. We appreciate you being here. It was a wonderful opportunity for the young minds to interact with academia and serving professionals, to understand the study and work environment in Japan. As it is brought out, Japan gives the best opportunities to learn and simultaneously earn through part-time opportunities without affecting their studies. And the employment opportunities post-studies are the best in the world, with Japan having the highest employment opportunities with hefty perks and benefits. Many students have come here and made it their home, and they have settled with their families. We again request everyone to visit the website of UTokyo India office further to see the videos that we have conducted earlier for earlier sessions. And you can also visit the webpage of the concerned university. And we have also shared the links in the chat box. And I request students to send emails for detailed inquiries for easing out and charting out the path before coming to Japan. Thanks again for joining us today, and we will see you in the next upcoming webinar in the February month. We have webinar tomorrow and on February 12th and February 13th. Thank you, everyone. Thank you for joining us today. I will just formally close the session. Thank you.
Thank you.